こんばんちは。 ABC 殺人事件続きをやっていきたいと思います。ロンドンに戻る。やっとね、前回やっと前回操作の方が分かりまして、これからサクサクできると思うんですけど、やっていきたいと思います。タクシーに乗ればいいのかな。
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
なんか立ってる時のポーズがカーネル・サンダースみたい。
Jap has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling. Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
今日は30日だと述べる。今日は何日か尋ねる。今日30日なの？当日に届いたってこと？
By the way, Hastings, what day is it?
Well, looking at the calendar, it's the 30th. No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
当日にね、当日によこしてきたの。電話かけて。
Hello, Jap. We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Churston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
チャーストンからチャーストンから離れる準備をする。おっと、荷物まとめて。荷物はどこにあった？ああ、ここか。
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
緊急事態だと認める。整頓は必要不可欠だと指摘する。こんな時にねえ、あれでもなんか変わってる人っぽいから、なんか整頓は必要不可欠だって言いそう。
Hastings' order and method are always necessary, regardless of the circumstances.
Okay. I'll let you pack them.
やっぱダメだったみたい。
All the same, it really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
まあこれはいけないと思う。はみ出してるしね。バスタオル。雑に畳まれたパジャマ。雑に締められた歯磨き粉。全部雑だわ。保護されてない瓶。それまずいね。割れちゃうよ。
Voila. It only took a minute.
確かにね、時間はそんなにかかるもんじゃないから。
Poirot, you were right. I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning, after the murder.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two, although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
手紙。
We've missed the 6:45 train, but we have plenty of time to catch the night train.
夜行なんてそこまでないの電車。ヘイスティング、ハンティング。
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag.
なんかよく見るとね、日本の絵が飾られてるっぽい浮世絵みたいなやつ。すごく嬉しいですね、日本人として。で、どこにある手紙？あった。
It is not a good time.
時期が悪い。多分違うものを指しちゃったかな。手紙どこ？
Daily Flicker, July 30, 1935. ABC affair, no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed. In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, they have not yet helped to find him. Daily Flicker, July the 26th, 1935. The Bexhill Horror. Young maid strangled on the beach. Killer struck at midnight.
新しい手紙を他の ABC の手紙と比べる。その手紙ってどこですか？手紙どこ？あ、これ床に落ちてねなんで拾っとかないの？雑に扱いすぎでしょ。
Miss Hastings tore the envelope.
破ったのなんていうことを。
Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time it is an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It is a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
グッドハンティングってね。っていうかこの手紙を見比べるの？あ、使うの？使う。誰に使うんだ？
I lock my revolver in this drawer. I've not used it in a
リボ
very
ルバーっ
long
て銃っ
time.
てこと結構物騒ですね。手紙を前みたいにさ、見比べたいんだけど、どうやんのそれ。使うって。何なんだろうこれ。ああ、ヘイスティングズが殺人犯の文字が書かれている封筒を破ってしまいました。地面に投げ捨てなくてもいいのに封筒の一部。間違った住所が書かれている封筒。殺人犯はホワイトホースマンションと書いた わざとでしょうか。間違ってんの。
Pour Mr. Poirot.
これ何回もいい。見比べる。前のやつと見比べたいんですけど、それとどこですかね。あれ、ここに座るの？ほっとした。いやいやいや、一瞬かい。この手紙みたいなのはどこなの？何？
Ah, some cool hair. Right, let us compare this new letter with the
2
second
枚目
one.
の手紙と新しい手紙を見比べる。
Let us examine this more closely.
まあ相変わらず愛かな。
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
また多分この A とか。
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
もう一つかな。あ、前ダブルが薄いって言ってたやつだ。
The W is not printed properly. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do
Of
indeed have the
course.
same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
なぜ犯人の殺害予告が遅れたのか。遅れたのか。間違った住所が書かれた封筒の一部。C の手紙の消印には問題はない。ジャップ警部が事件の詳細をマスコミに伝えることを決めた。今や ABC 殺人犯は有名人だ。関係ないね。消印に問題はない。あ、住所に間違いがあった。
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard. Poirot, the telephone. It must be Jap.
なんで3回目なのに間違えたんだ。変じゃないそれって。1回目と2回目は普通に来たのに。
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man, he retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
みんな喉関係でつながってる。なんでなんで喉関係なの？いや、こんな家に住んでみたい。めっちゃ死体が。
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friend. I will come soon.
まだ調べてないのにね、いけないでしょ。
Jab has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth. An Oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
お金はみ出てますよ。
Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet.
なんで横に入ってないの？こう縦に入るやつなのかな。珍しいな。
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms. It is pointless.
無意味です。急にバッサリ。また ABC。うわ、今回ばかりは血がいっぱいついてる。
An ABC guide. The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time.
うわ、なんか喉のあたりやられてるっぽいな。
Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional
クロート
murder.
の犯行です。プロフェッショナル。そうなの。
The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush. Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises.
他はお、まだあった。
This place is very calming.
全然鳥逃げないね。うさぎの穴。へえ、うさぎいるんだ。野生の花。
The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening. The vegetation behind the bush has been trampled.
踏み荒らされてる。
The body is just in front of a bush, one of the only bushes in the surrounding area. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
カーマイケル卿は殺された時どの位置にいたか。遺体はこの辺りで唯一ある茂みの前で発見された。傷口は綺麗な線を描いている。なんだろう、なんとか円なんとか状に広がっている血だまりは茂みから離れていくほど大きくなっている。遺体はまだ暖かかった。暖たってなんだ。これなんか関係あるのかな。カーマイケル卿は発見時にクラーク家の紋章が刻まれている印象指輪をはめていた。関係あるのかな。わかんねえ。カーマイケル卿は茂みに背を向けていた。
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut his throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
カーマイケル卿は殺人犯を見たか。見てないよね、きっと。何これ。被害者は茂みに背を向けていた。被害者の外傷は一つだけだ。茂みの後ろに踏みにじられた芝生がある。カーマイケル卿は襲撃者を見ずに死んだ。
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing.
犯人はなんて言うんだろうね。日和見主義者だっていうのかな。日和見主義者っていうのかな。読めないとしてもこれの意味が分かんない読めたとしても、殺人は慎重に計画された。まあ慎重なんじゃないかなって思う。
The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
強盗が犯行の動機かもしれない。犯行は非常に残忍だ。強盗じゃないよね。だってお財布は中身取られてないし、あんな素敵ななんか高そうな指輪も取られてないし。
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
被害者の弟を尋問する。被害者カーマイケル・クラーク卿60代。引退した医者。喉と肺の疾患を専門としている。日課の散歩中に喉を切り裂かれた。急に音がなくなると不安になるんですけど、どこ行けばいいのかな。すごいね。ここも全部自分家の敷地だったってことかな。
To be honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer. Ah, here he is now. Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
消化に悪いんだ。
It is not the right time.
今は必要ない。勝手に立ち上がってなんかね、いろんなとこ見て回りそうなんだけど。出ていくのこれ。この人ってこの女性を見ようか。
There is something elegant about her.
どこか上品に見えますね。かなり上品そうだけど。控えめな化粧。キ 結構濃そうだけどな。古いブローチ。
She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
確かにね、あそこだけちょっと異質な感じがするけど。
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
レディー・クラーク、お母さんかな。
It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him.
一生に一度のチャンス。
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
あ、奥さんか。義理のお姉さん。レディー・クラークへの質問を妨げていることを責める。要求する。理解する。いつもの攻め癖みたいなのが出てきちゃうね。理解します。
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
ソーラが容疑者に上がっていると伝える。フランクリンが容疑者に上がっていると伝える。町の人々が知っていたか尋ねる。町の人々が知っていたか尋ねる。
And did people of the village know Sir Carmichael's habits?
I don't know. It's possible.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
なんで夜警察から電話来たんだろう。闇夜であったか尋ねる。好きな本を尋ねる。急にここに来て本なの。闇夜であったか尋ねる。
Was it a dark night?
It was a new moon. I took a lantern.
So it was you who found the body.
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house. Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
いなくなると急にコソコソやろうとするね。
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming.
頼んだぜ。見張っててくれ。
There are some very valuable objects here.
時間制限とかあんのかなこれ。
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
ミュージアム。
The interior is richly decorated.
すごいね。今度はなんか中国っぽいような感じがする。塗装された木板、刺繍入りのシルクの壁掛け。
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme.
考察、急に考察なの。ここに来て。おお。なんだろう。
The cardinal points. This book could maybe help me. Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him.
全員がそっちを見てるってこと？
Turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
掴んで動かす。これがどっちがどっちなんだ？ これもそうなの？あ、
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
あ、位置合ってんの？すごい適当にやったんだけど。頭どっちな？だいたい頭どっちなんよ。頭がどっちかわかんないんだけど。違う違う違う違う違う。
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
テーブルの向きが違う？
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
向きが、これも何なの？何これ？ちょっと待って。何ですか？あ、上が赤。下が黒。上が赤。これってできんのかな、本当に。ちょっと待って。ああ、これでいいのか。で、顔、あ、顔合ってんのか。あと向きが合ってないって言った。
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
向きってなんだろう、向きって。
Each cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the impaled dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him. point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the impaled dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him. 敬意を払って体を向けている。この点は何なのかな。
ちょっとわかんない。一回だけ手がかり使おう。あれどこを動かしたんどういうこと？なんでここ合ってたはずなのに、なんでそこを動かしたの？
どういうことですか？この丸を動かしてくれるのと全然違うの。どういうことだ？
この点は何なんだろう。この点の意味、この点の意味がわかんない。ちょっともう一回手がかり使います。これ背中じゃないの嘘でしょ。それ背中じゃないの？背中向ければいいの？背中ってどっちだこれ点を真ん中に持ってくるわけじゃないんだよね。さっきやった。嘘でしょいや意味わかんないんだけど体って何？いやめっちゃ時間かかったんだけどちょっとねまた謎解きに時間かかっちゃったので今回はここまでにしたいと思います。ちょっと私の解釈の仕方がおかしいのか 全然わからなかったですね。また2回も手がかり使っちゃいましたが次も頑張りたいと思います。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。次回も見ていただけると嬉しいです。それではまた。